How's it going, everybody? Heavy Entertainment here with a new album review. Today I'm taking a look at The Getaway, which is the new album from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are known for their unique style that combines aspects of rock and funk. Personally, I'm quite a fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, especially the albums Blood Sugar Sex Magik and Californication. Stadium Arcadium is also a really solid record, however I just didn't see why it had to be a double album. With that being said, I wasn't a huge fan of their previous album, I'm With You. I just found it to be a bit boring when compared to their albums before, so I wasn't really sure what to expect with this album. After listening to it, I can say that this is a very different album for the Chili Peppers. It's a lot more laid back and relies more on having a melodic sound rather than normal chaotic funk style of old. However, there are some really funky groovy songs on this record. The album opens with the title track, The Getaway, which displays this new sound for the Chili Peppers. It was the second song released from the album, and I honestly have to say I found it one of the weaker songs on the album. It's just a bit too slow and melodic for me, and honestly I found it a bit boring. The second track, Dark Necessities, is much better. It opens with a building guitar before ripping into a classic Flea bass riff that carries throughout most of the song. It's incredibly catchy and has a pretty solid ending as well.
Coming down to the light of day, we got many moons that are deep at play, so I keep an eye on the shadow, smile to see what it has to say.
You Turn Red is the next track, and it's probably the funkiest song thus far in the album. It's not bad, it just feels a bit repetitive after a while. It's an okay song, just nothing special. The next song is The Longest Wave, which is much more slower, laid back, and has a real relaxing sound to it, including a pretty solid chorus. This is followed by the song Goodbye Angels, which is one of the stronger songs on the album. The opening builds before the chorus comes in. It's the perfect mix of the newer laid back sound and the older fun funk style. It could easily fit onto something like Stadium Arcadium. It progressively gets better as the song goes on before climaxing near the end of the song with a bass solo and a really good guitar solo. Sick Love is next, and it continues the laid-back melodic feels as previously shown. It does have a good bass riff throughout the song. The next song is Go Robot, which may be one of the most unique songs I've ever heard from the Chili Peppers. It begins with a really funky bass riff before synthesizers come in. It's completely different from anything else on the album, and it honestly sounds like it belongs in the 80s.
Somebody hooted and they hollered, can I buy your vow? Don't let her catch you in the act of throwing in the towel. And when it's not that easy, appears to be the flagrant foul. Can I put my fingers in your mouth before you start to wow? I don't think that it's so terrible anymore.
The album continues with Feasting on the Flowers, which is pretty solid but isn't anything special. The next two songs, Detroit and This Conadroga, are by far the funkiest and most rocking songs on the album, which can be a bit of a nice change from the more laid-back feel preceding it. This Ticonderoga even has a punk rock feel to it. The final two songs, though, are much more melodic and laid back. The piano-driven ballad, The Hunter, and the closing track, Dreams of a Samurai. Both are okay, but neither are standouts. Overall, The Getaway shows that the Red Hot Chili Peppers aren't afraid of playing around with their style, and by doing so, they have a pretty solid album on their hands. It does become a bit boring during a couple tracks, but those tracks are usually followed by something really good. I give The Getaway a 7 out of 10. Now, if you've heard this album, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more rock and metal reviews like this one, feel free to subscribe. Lastly, I just want to let everyone know that I now have a second channel that I've made with a couple of good friends of mine called Bubba Inc. On this channel, we're going to be having a bunch of different content such as game reviews, movie reviews, sketches, pretty much anything that we can come up with. Currently, we have a series called Intoxigaming in which we will play a video game, commentate on it, with the added benefit of some choice beverages. So if you want to check this channel out, I'll leave a link in the description. Cheers!